Quail farming is one of the most promising agribusiness opportunities in Kenya today. Over the years, many farmers have discovered that quails can generate income from eggs, meat, chicks, breeding stock, and even manure. Unlike larger poultry such as chickens and turkeys, quails require less space, mature quickly, and can start producing eggs within a short period after hatching. For aspiring entrepreneurs looking for a farming venture that combines manageable startup costs with multiple revenue streams, quail farming presents an attractive opportunity. The growing interest in quail farming has been driven by increased awareness of quail products among consumers. Many people now appreciate quail eggs because of their unique appearance, nutritional value, and convenience. Restaurants, hotels, supermarkets, and health-conscious consumers have also contributed to the growing demand. As more Kenyans seek alternative sources of protein and premium poultry products, quail farming continues to attract attention from both small-scale and commercial farmers. One of the biggest advantages of quail farming is the small amount of land required. A farmer does not need several acres to start a profitable operation. A relatively small structure can accommodate hundreds of birds, making this business suitable even for people living in peri-urban areas. This makes quail farming especially attractive to young entrepreneurs who may not have access to large tracts of land but still wish to venture into agriculture. Before starting a quail farming business, it is important to understand the legal and regulatory environment. Commercial farmers should ensure they comply with all applicable requirements and obtain any necessary permits from relevant authorities. Regulations can change over time, so it is advisable to consult local agricultural officers and wildlife authorities before investing heavily in the enterprise. Compliance helps farmers avoid future challenges and creates confidence among buyers and business partners. The most common breed raised commercially in Kenya is the Japanese cottonix quail. This breed is popular because it grows quickly, produces many eggs, and adapts well to intensive farming systems. Farmers prefer it because it offers both egg and meat production, making it suitable for different business models. When purchasing birds, it is important to buy from reputable breeders who maintain healthy parent stock. Healthy chicks provide a strong foundation for future productivity and profitability. Housing is one of the most important investments in quail farming. Although quails are small birds, they require a clean, secure, and well-ventilated environment. Good housing protects them from predators, harsh weather, and diseases. Many farmers use cage systems because they maximize available space and simplify management. Others prefer floor systems, especially when raising smaller flocks. Regardless of the housing system chosen, cleanliness and proper ventilation should always be priorities. A well-designed quail house should allow easy access to feed and water, while minimizing stress among the birds. Overcrowding should be avoided because it can lead to poor growth, reduced egg production, feather pecking, and disease outbreaks. Farmers should ensure that birds have adequate space and that feeding and watering equipment is sufficient for the flock size. Proper planning at the housing stage can prevent many management challenges later. Startup costs for a quail farming business vary depending on the scale of operation. A small commercial farm can be established with a budget ranging from approximately 60,000 Kenya shillings to 200,000 Kenya shillings. This investment typically covers housing, cages, chicks, feed, drinkers, feeders, and other essential equipment. Farmers who intend to hatch their own chicks may also invest in an incubator, which increases the initial capital requirement but can create additional income opportunities. Feed is usually the largest recurring expense in quail farming. Proper nutrition is critical because it directly affects growth rates, egg production, fertility, and overall bird health. Young chicks require high-protein starter feeds to support rapid growth and feather development. As the birds mature, their nutritional requirements change, and farmers can transition them to grower feeds and later to layer feeds if the birds are intended for egg production. Providing clean water at all times is equally important. Quails can become stressed and unproductive if water supplies are interrupted. Farmers should regularly clean drinkers to prevent contamination and disease transmission. During hot weather, birds may consume more water, making consistent availability even more important. Good feeding and watering practices contribute significantly to farm profitability. One of the most attractive aspects of quail farming is the bird's rapid maturity. Under proper management, female quails can begin laying eggs at approximately 6 to 8 weeks of age. This allows farmers to start generating income much sooner than many other livestock enterprises. A healthy laying quail can produce up to 250 to 300 eggs annually under favorable conditions. To maintain high egg production, farmers must provide adequate lighting. Quails generally require between 14 and 16 hours of light per day for optimal laying performance. Natural daylight can be supplemented with artificial lighting when necessary. Consistency is important because sudden changes in lighting schedules can negatively affect egg production. Egg collection should be done regularly to prevent damage and maintain product quality. Clean eggs are more attractive to buyers and may command better prices in the market. Farmers should handle eggs carefully and store them under appropriate conditions until they are sold or incubated. In addition to egg production, quails can also be raised for meat. Quail meat is considered a premium poultry product and is gaining popularity among consumers seeking alternatives to conventional poultry. The birds reach market weight quickly, often within 5 to 7 weeks under good management. This short production cycle enables farmers to generate revenue multiple times throughout the year. The meat market can be especially lucrative when targeting restaurants, hotels, and specialty food outlets. Building relationships with such buyers can help farmers secure reliable demand and stable income. As consumer awareness continues to grow, opportunities for quail meat sales are expected to increase. Breeding and chick production represent another important income stream. Farmers who produce fertile eggs and day-old chicks can supply other farmers entering the industry. This business segment often offers attractive profit margins because demand for quality breeding stock remains strong in many areas. Successful breeding requires proper male-to-female ratios. A common recommendation is 1 male for every 3 to 5 females. This helps ensure good fertility rates while minimizing competition among males. Farmers should select healthy, productive birds for breeding and keep accurate records of performance. Incubation is a critical stage in chick production. Quail eggs typically hatch after approximately 17 to 18 days. Maintaining proper temperature and humidity levels throughout incubation is essential for achieving good hatch rates. Farmers who invest in quality incubators and learn proper incubation techniques can significantly improve their success rates. Disease prevention is another key factor in successful quail farming. Although quails are generally hardy birds, poor management can lead to health problems that reduce productivity and profitability. Farmers should maintain strict hygiene standards, provide clean water, use quality feed, and limit unnecessary access to the farm. Biosecurity measures are particularly important. Visitors should be restricted, and equipment should be cleaned and disinfected regularly. New birds should be isolated before being introduced to the main flock. These simple precautions can reduce the risk of disease outbreaks and protect the farmer's investment. Marketing is often the difference between a profitable farm and a struggling one. Many farmers focus heavily on production while neglecting market development. Before expanding operations, it is wise to identify potential customers and understand their requirements. Reliable buyers provide confidence and help farmers plan production more effectively. Potential customers for quail products include hotels, restaurants, supermarkets, open-air markets, health-conscious consumers, and fellow farmers. Social media platforms have also become valuable marketing tools, allowing farmers to reach customers directly. Attractive packaging, consistent quality, and professional customer service can help build a strong brand and encourage repeat purchases. Record keeping is another important aspect of farm management. Farmers should maintain records of feed consumption, egg production, hatchability, mortality, sales, and expenses. These records help identify strengths and weaknesses within the operation and support informed decision-making. Without proper records, it becomes difficult to evaluate profitability or plan future expansion. Many successful quail farmers diversify their income streams rather than relying on a single product. For example, a farmer may sell table eggs, fertile eggs, day-old chicks, mature birds, breeding stock, and manure. This diversification reduces risk and provides multiple sources of revenue throughout the year. Despite its potential, quail farming is not without challenges. Feed costs can fluctuate, markets may become competitive, and disease outbreaks can occur if management practices are poor. Some farmers also struggle with finding reliable buyers. However, these challenges can be addressed through careful planning, continuous learning, and strong management practices. New farmers should avoid common mistakes such as overcrowding birds, purchasing poor quality stock, neglecting biosecurity, and expanding too rapidly. Starting with a manageable flock allows the farmer to gain experience before increasing production. Gradual growth often leads to more sustainable success than rapid expansion. Technology is also creating new opportunities in quail farming. Farmers can use mobile applications, social media marketing, digital payment systems, and online marketplaces to improve efficiency and reach more customers. Access to information and training resources has become easier than ever, enabling farmers to adopt better management practices and remain competitive. The future of quail farming in Kenya appears promising. As urban populations grow and consumer preferences evolve, demand for alternative poultry products is expected to continue increasing. Farmers who focus on quality, efficiency, and customer satisfaction are likely to benefit from these market trends. For individuals seeking a business that combines relatively low startup costs with the potential for steady income, quail farming deserves serious consideration. The birds require limited space, mature quickly, and provide several avenues for generating revenue. With proper planning, quality management, and a strong marketing strategy, a quail farming business can become a rewarding and sustainable enterprise. Success in quail farming does not happen overnight. It requires patience, commitment, and continuous improvement. Farmers who invest time in learning best practices, maintaining healthy flocks, and developing reliable markets are more likely to achieve long-term profitability. As Kenya's agribusiness sector continues to grow, quail farming remains one of the most accessible and promising opportunities for entrepreneurs looking to build wealth through agriculture. /span/p/body